sessions to your hunger. Literally, whip yourself up a treat. Simply grab your mask to remove it and hold it face side up, just like a dinner plate. Now give it a snap. Voila! Cooking flame. Alright, toss in the egg, a cracker, then give it another snap and yum! Refined patisserie for you, our refined patrons.
Hello! Snap if you can hear me. Oh my goodness, you came back? Oh, give me a big hug. Oh, it's so lovely to see you again, darling. It's Haylee. Do you remember me? Oh, 2 high fives. Okay, well, it looks like you're the only one that received the invite, and you're the only one that RSVP'd, and you're the only one that showed up. So, I guess it's a party of 2 tonight. How about that, eh? All right. Oh, you're down. All right, cool. Well, usually when I have a new friend come in, I have this, like, fun joke that I like to tell them, but I know you've heard the joke before about, like, oh, I love this story called The Decameron. Remember that one? Yeah. All right. So let's skip that because you've already been there. You've already done that. We can move on. But I still am working on the Tempest. And the beauty of, oh my goodness, the beauty of working together with you again on these scenes is that means that we can dig deeper and we can find more meat. We can find more depth, more, I don't know, body. It's like the vintage on a wine. The longer you let it marinate, the better the product, right? So, should we start running our scenes? Now, just to let you know, I have to warn you, I am currently in Los Angeles. You too? No. Oh, okay. On the East Coast? Europe. Canada? You're taking pictures. Asia. You're in Africa. Are you in the Down Under? Are you in Australia? New Zealand. Have I missed an entire... You're in South America. Mexico? Oh my goodness, I'm terrible at geography. I'm so sorry, but all I know is Argentina. Where do they have guitars? They have guitars literally in every country, honey. In every country, Spain. Horses. Horses. No. Oh dear. I'm going to lose this game, so instead of me sitting here guessing countries, because I'm going to tell you this, there is a reason why I act and dance, and I am not a geographer, alright? Capiche? Alright. So, where was I? Oh, I'm about to tell you that I'm in LA, and it's the middle of summer, and it is hot. So if you hear any, like, cars or sirens or dogs barking or just people skateboarding or whatnot, that's just because my door is open, okay? I apologize, but it is toasty right now. The joys of not having air conditioning. You too? Oh my goodness, are you sweating as well? Oh my goodness. You know, when you sweat, that means that you're working hard, right? We're working hard already. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, well then let's start this first scene. Do you know what? Do you want to both be the actors today? Do you want to both be sailors? Because you know how it goes, right? Okay, good. Let me see if I can get both of us. Oh, dear. Oh, there we go. Huh. Okay. Are you ready? Are we both up here? Okay, it worked. It worked. OMG, this is so exciting. Okay. I've never, I'm actually not allowed to be up here. I'm just allowed to look upon this balcony because a fun story or, this actually isn't my backyard. I'm just Airbnb-ing the bottom level, and the balcony actually belongs to the owners of the house. So we have to be super discreet, but I'm going to be the voice, and you're going to be the body, okay? Are you ready? Okay. Here, let's look out onto the storm, remembering that we're on a ship in the middle of a storm, and the waves are crashing, and we're terrified because we think we're about to capsize, and we imagine the curtains opening. And now follow my arm gestures from over the ship. We go, "Hi, my hearts! Cheerily, cheerily, my hearts! Yar, yar! Take down the topsail!" And we have to go over this way because the topsail is over here. And we have to, like, fiddle with it. Pretend like you know what you're doing. Good. Take down the topsail. Tend to the master's whistle. Blow till thy burst thy wind. If room enough. Yar. Oh, take down the topmast. We have to take down the topmast. That's on this side of the ship. And now fiddle with this side of the ship like you know what you're doing. Ah, yes, sir. And bring her to try with main course. And now you have to bring the ship onto main course, and I'm going to unweight the ship, and I'm just going to throw things off of... There we go. Just going to throw things off of the ship. And hopefully that'll keep us from drowning. Can I move that chair? No, I can't. Good. All right. Bravo. That was kind of exactly performed. Very well done. I like acting with you. All right, let's go back down to the fire. You know, there's still, like, even just doing that opening scene with you, there's just so much magic to acting, and acting beside a partner, right? Oh, I could just feel myself in the middle of that storm, panic and all. Now, let's flex your magic muscles, little sprite. Here we go. This is for you. Snap above it. Good. Very well done. Gorgeous. Oh, yes. Put the wild waters in its roar. Ah, yes. You see this vessel here? You have performed to the point that the tempest that I bade thee. Oh, by accident most strange, bountiful fortune, hath mine enemies been brought to this shore. Now, go make yourself like a nymph of the sea, be subject to no sight but thine and mine, naked to every eyeball else. Go take this form. You know what to do. Give me your sea nymph pose. Oh, super cute. Amazing. And now thrust your hands towards the sky and yell at the top of your lungs, Ariel, approach! We come! I boarded the king's ship. Now, on the beak, now in the waist, on the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. The fire and cracks, the sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune himself seemed besieged and made his bold waves tremble. Aye, his dread trident shake. Not a soul. All but mariners plunging into the foaming brine and quit the vessel. And Ferdinand, the king's son, was the first man who leaped and cried, Hell is empty, and all the devils are here. Full fathom five, thy father's line of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Nothing of him that doth fade, but he suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. Seen its hourly ring, its limb. Hark, I hear them ding dong bell. Whoa, that was wild. That was Ariel, who, if you have forgotten, they sing and they summon the Tempest, right? That big wild storm. But what about the Tempest itself? The actual story of the Tempest, you know? So, here we are in Prosperous Cell. How much of Prosper do you know? A lot of bit, a little bit? A little lot, bloop, bloop, bloop. Alright. Well, do you want to do like a little... Have you been down to the cell? Have you been up to the second floor? Well, I know exactly where I'm going to take you. Follow me, darling. Now, you probably remember that this is Prosperous Cell, but in fact, it is my memory palace. So, if you, I don't know if you remember or recall, but each little item that you see laying about has dialogue attached to it, or a little memory of Prospera's attached to it. Now, when I'm working on a new character, I always make up a mantra for a character. It's a method called the Golden Nugget. Do you remember the Golden Nugget? You do? High five! You are such a smart little cookie. Oh, yes. It's this one. Those who control the narrative controls others. Remember that? Exactly. So, here we are on the second floor of Prospera's Memory Palace. Now, each and every little item has memories attached to it, so why don't you grab a little bit or bob, and I will bring thee to the present of how Prospera, the former Duke of Milan, came to be in exile. Ooh, that's a great one to start with. You probably know this already, but it's always good to practice your lines, right? There's always room for improvement. With the help from the kingdom of Naples, my brother Antonio did usurp me and set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. That's a nice little line. There's a nice little alliteration there, the right? Set me to sea with my daughter Miranda. And it's just so delicious on that tongue. Do you have another little item? Ooh, should we go do the hat? Ah, yes. The Duke hat. Now this is very important. This is the hat that I wore while I was Duke of Milan. The dukedom of Milan was mine by right. But through foul play we came from thence that my brother Antonio and my uncle did claim the dukedom of their own. I mark me, pray thee, that a brother should be so perfidious that he, whom next to thyself of all the world I loved, and put him to manage my state. Oh dear. Do you have a sibling at home? Are they kind to you, or are they a meanie pants like Antonio? Oh, they're kind of sort of in between. Well, let's hope they lean towards the kind side of the teeter-totter and not towards the Antonio side of the teeter-totter, because if they lean towards the Antonio side of that teeter-totter, I might have to adopt you to keep you safe. Alright, shall we do one more little item? Oh, you're feeling good. Alright, you're a dancer. Alright. Oh, we're going to go down. Ooh, the ivy. Yes, the ivy. Now, do you know why we have a branch of ivy here? Kind of, sort of. Alright, so there's an interesting kind of horticulturist sort of tidbit that you need to understand before I give you this dialogue, to understand the lines deeper and better, right? So, when you plant ivy in a pot with another plant, the ivy will kill the other plant and suck all the nutrients out for themselves. So ivy is kind of a bully. It's kind of a selfish plant, you know? And it's not very good at sharing the nutrients in the soil. So, now that we know this fun fact about ivy, my brother Antonio, holding both the key to officer and office, did set the hearts of the state to the tune that pleased his own ear. And being the ivy that hid my princessly trunk, sucked the verdure out on it. So rather than, you know, sucking nutrients out of another plant, my brother sucked the power from me. So I became powerless. Does that make sense? Sometimes Shakespearean text is a little tricky to unpack, don't you think? But I'm glad that we get to do another show together so we can really deepen our understanding, you know? I know that does deserve a happy dance. Oh yeah. Alright. And now, I don't know if it's a cherished memory or just my saddest memory. Can you go grab that for me? Excellent. Give it a little peek, give it a peek. Is your power working? Bravo. Alright. Now, come over this way. The view over here is excellent. And pour the contents of that bottle into the pool. Good. Well done. It's working. There we are. My people provided my escape aboard a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged, nor tackled, sail, nor mast. The very rats instinctively quit it. There, they hoist us, to cry to the seas that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again did us but loving wrong. And there's my sweet daughter Miranda, sleeping so peacefully beside me. Oh, my Miranda, I have done nothing but care of thee. Thee, my loved one, Thee, my daughter, oh, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing that whence I am, that I prosper, a master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater mother. Oh, lovely. Now, how are you feeling? You feeling okay? I'm feeling, a little hungry. Can we stop by my backyard for a little snack? Alright, here we go. Hold on tight. Look at you, so polite, only roasting one marshmallow at a time. I'm going to do 2 at once. Ah, yes! Have you eaten them like this before? Makes you look like a flame eater. It's pretty exciting. Woo! Just like that. There we go. That's the gusto that I'm looking for. Fabulous. Now, you already know the answer to this pop quiz, don't you? What is sweeter than a toasty gooey marshmallow? Me? No, that's wrong. You already know the answer to this. Ah! Love! Love is sweeter than a toasty gooey marshmallow. Come on. Oh, yes. Hug it out. Love is sweeter than a toasty gooey marshmallow. Okay. Now, you now know that we're going to go and work on the scene between Miranda and Ferdinand, right? But there was only 2 of us. And I'm going to play the role of Prospera. So are you going to be able to play the role of both Ferdinand and Miranda? I'm going to need to see some serious chameleon acting skills on you, and you're going to flip and flop between the 2 lovers. And at the end of the scene, you're just going to marry yourself. Exactly. Okay. You're so down to play. Fantastic, let's do this. Let's get weird, yo. So here we are on the island. Let's hop right into this scene, shall we? Okay. So I'm Prospera, and I'm right here. I want to spy on you. Oh, just a second. Miranda starts the scene. So I'm going to get you into your Miranda costume. I'll change your costumes. So if you ever feel lost and confused, you can just look at your costume and you can say, oh yeah, that's right, I'm Miranda now, or, oh, that's right, I'm Ferdinand now. Yes, you have a flower crown on. You look gorgeous. Give me a cute pose. Oh, I wish I had a camera. You cutie patootie. Now give me, oh, here we go. Let's practice this. Now, give me a strong pose, like a prince. OMG, you're amazing. Yes, honey. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm so excited. Here is my magical staff, so you know that I am Prospera. Now, Miranda, I'm going to have you be center stage. This is going to be like a one-person show, and I'll just make the Prospera cameo. So Miranda looks into the distance and sees Ferdinand and says this. Oh, what is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. I might call him a thing divine, if nothing natural I ever saw so noble. And then Ferdinand sees Miranda for this time, and he is overcome with passion and love, and he says this. Oh, the goddess on whom the airs attend. Oh, you wonder if you be a maid or no. Miranda. Oh, no wonder, sir, but certainly a maid. And give me a cute little giggle. Good. And then Ferdinand. My language. Heavens! Myself am Naples. Oh, and whom with my eyes not since ebbed beheld the king, my father, wrecked. Good. All right. And now I, as Prospera, enter, and I have my little aside, and then you and I are going to have a quick scene together as Prospera and Ferdinand. Oh, dear. Just a second. There we go. I apologize. Okay. So I'm going to put your little Ferdinand hat back on, and now I have my aside. So pretend there's a spotlight on me right now, okay? They are in either's powers, and with this swift business I must uneasy make lest to light winning, make the prize light. That's basically Prospera saying, like, you gotta play hard to get, right? Because you're flirting with Miranda, who's my daughter, and I'm like, you know what? Sir. You're gonna have to come through the mom before you start flirting with my daughter, right? So I say this to you now, Ferdinand. A word, good sir, for I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word. And now this is where Prospera, you know, accuses Ferdinand of coming to this very magical island to boot Prospera off and take it over. And so, as Prospera's accusing Ferdinand of this, Miranda comes in between the two of them and says, Mom, stop! Oh, nothing ill can dull such a fine temper, Mom. Ferdinand's super cute and I like him a lot. And then Ferdinand, you react in the only way you know how. You're a young man, and you're just like this. It's sword time. And now, Ferdinand, you and I fight. Draw thy weapon, traitor, for I shall disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop. Wah-ha-ha, thy nerves are in their infancy and have no vigor in them. Yes. Now, Ferdinand, you are in my employ, and you're going to do some manual labor for me. But you're not going to do manual labor because you're going to flip-flop between Ferdinand and Miranda still. So I'm just going to switch your costume, and then you're going to play the two roles, all right? And you're going to get engaged to yourself. Can you handle this? Yes, you can. Oh my goodness, you are phenomenal. Yes, okay, here we go. So, Miranda looks at Ferdinand doing all of this manual labor and says this, Yoo-hoo, oh Ferdinand! And Ferdinand is like, yeah? And then Miranda's like, oh, Ferdinand, would you like to be my husband? Oh. And Ferdinand is like, yeah! And then Miranda's like, I'll be your wife. And Ferdinand is like, yeah. And then Miranda's like, does that mean that we're engaged? And Ferdinand is like, yeah! So congratulations, Miranda and Ferdinand. You are engaged, and Prospera's manipulative plan worked. Now Prospera will be able to return to Milan because her daughter Miranda's going to marry Ferdinand, the Prince of Naples, and all will end happily ever after, because that's truly how life works, right? Sure. All right. Well, let's follow me. I like this area right here. It feels very good for this next little bit of text. So, let's progress this story forward. So, do you remember that kind of scary Ariel from Under the Ocean? So, Ariel, in the next scene, is going to disguise herself as a very spooky harpy, okay? So, we're going to start preparing ourselves for that scene. But, we need to continue our story forward. So, here we are, in this beautiful setting. Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the dukes and the lords have escaped the Tempest and they're wandering the desolate land. King Alonso is there and he's crying like a little baby because he thinks his son Ferdinand, that's you have perished. So your dad is crying and you're crying because you think your dad is dead as well. It's just drama all over the place. Here, you're now going to be representative of your father, King Alonso, okay? Now, King Alonso, you have a whole crew with you, and Antonio is there, Prospera's evil brother, and you just got, you just survived this terrible storm, and now you have to provide sustenance for your friends and the dukes and the lords, yourself and your crew members. So I need you to go onward to go find sustenance for yourself and your crew. Onward ho, you go! You are men of sin,
And on this silent, lingering perdition, worse than any death can be, at once shall step by step attend to you and your ways, whose wraths to guard you from, which here, on this most desolate isle, else falls upon your head nothing but our sorrow. For 'tis my business that you from Milan did supplant the Prospera. What are you doing staring at me? I'm a spooky harpy and I scare you stiff? I did. Yes, I did my job. Patting myself on the back. Good harpy, good. I mean, this costume is the next level. I mean, wardrobe did such a phenomenal job on this costume, right? It is just so magical. I do have to say though, remember Ariel, who bravely hast thou performed mine harpy? A grace she did so devouring. And I leave my enemies, that's you, King Onzo, knit up in their distractions, and you are in my power now because you're scared me, the big scary harpy, and I leave you in these fits of terror while I go and visit Ferdinand, who you think is drowned, and mine loved darling, that's little Miranda, who you, Ferdinand, are soon to be wed to. Now, shall we go have a wedding of one? Oh yes, harpy high five. It's more like harpy, I don't know, just the little island spirit, but there we go. Harpy high five. Bingo. Onward we go.
Oh my goodness, all is well that is ending well. Those dukes and the lords got super scared and peed themselves silly. Ooh, well, you know how to restore. Fantastic. OMG, you're super fast at this. You're a speed demon. Look at you restoring this garden. Oh my goodness, your wedding of one is going to be so beautiful. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I could watch you do this all day long. You are so good. Wow. I think that about does it, hey? Wow. Now, because you are marrying yourself, I need to know where you want to get married. Under this arch? Or we could go, maybe we could try, maybe under that dungeony looking thing, or we could do, but by these gorgeous trees, or where do you want to get married? Under this arch, I mean, come on, it's classic. We have to do it here. Okay, good. So I want to have you stand under the arch. Now, Prospera gives Miranda and Ferdinand a little gift for their wedding. And the gift that Prospera gives them is a little, je ne sais quoi, a little vanity of her arts, if you will. And she gets little goddesses to bless the young couple. So the rainbow messenger Iris blesses the young couple, and Iris, gathers the island's spirits and gathers the goddesses and makes sure that everybody is present to celebrate Juno, the goddess of marriage and family, blesses them. And, well, you know, marriage and family, that's pretty obvious why she's giving a blessing. And then Ceres, the goddess of agriculture and fertility, blesses Miranda and Ferdinand. And Ceres, you know, she's the one that says, may your future be abundant and happy, but also low-key when you're ready. Prospero really wants a grandchild, right? So, are you ready to receive some blessings? Alright, I'm going to give you 2 blessings. Who does Miranda want to be blessed by? Iris, Juno, or Ceres? Juno? Okay. And who does Ferdinand want to be blessed by? Iris or Ceres? Ceres? Okay. Miranda, are you ready to receive your blessing? Here we go. Honor, riches, marriage, blessings, a long continuance, increasing hourly joy, still be upon you. Juno sings her blessings upon you. Good. Very well done. You received that blessing. Do you feel the blessing soaking into your skin? Excellent. All right. And now, Ferdinand, are you ready to receive your blessing from Ceres? All right. Earth's increase, boys in plenty, barns and garners never empty, vines in clustering bunches, growing plants so goodly, birthing, bowing, spring come to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest, scarcity and want shall shun you. Ceres' blessing is so on you. Well done. Well done. I think, you know, to celebrate this marriage of one, let's give that mask a little polish, right? Gorgeous. Now let's hold hands. This is going to be a little weird. Ferdinand, do you take Miranda to be your spirit? You do? Okay, good, because if you said you don't, I don't know what I would do. And now, Miranda, do you take Ferdinand to be your spirit? You do? Oh, good. Whew. All right. Now, let's hold on tight, because it's time to return with this blessing. With this blessing, we have returned, and all has been made right through marriage. You know, Prospera now gives up her magic so she can return to Milan as well. And sadly, well, we must leave each other soon. I know. Well, I wish I could stay here with you forever. I wish we could just, you know, like move into this house for real, right? And then like start our own theater company and then start producing shows in this backyard. Wouldn't that be so cool if we could do that together? Oh, but alas, all good things must come to an end. Now, shall we start our final blessing? All right, we're not blessing, our final ritual. That's what I meant to say. Pardon me. All right, our final ritual. Here we go. Follow my arms. Our revels now are ended. Those are actors. As I foretold you, we're all spirits and have melted into air. Into thin air. Like the baseless fabric of this vision. The cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, and the great globe itself, all which it inherits shall dissolve. Like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. For we are such stuff as dreams are made on, and in this little life, we are rounded in asleep. Oh, well done. I felt that ritual. That felt really good. But before we cry and leave each other, we need to celebrate. All right. What's your favorite dance move? Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah, we're turning. Yeah, spin it. Ooh, let's do an aerial dance move. Ooh, I'm aerial. I'm spooky and I'm underwater, causing tempests, creating storms, a little chaos. Cool. Let's do a spooky harpy dance. You men of sin. Rah, rah, rah. I'm super scary. Look at my fancy costume. Good. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Can you handle this? You're going to do a parody. You need to do a Prospera dance. Go. Ooh, look at me. I'm very manipulative. This is my magical staff, and I'm going to tell you what to do because I can't take anything. Ah, rah, rah. My name is Prospera. Good. And I'm going to do a Miranda one. Oh, I'm so innocent. Oh, look at that. That's Ferdinand. That's a man. I think I like that. Good. Now I want to be Ferdinand. I'm Ferdinand. I'm a prince. I'm strong, but I'm crying because I think my dad is dead, so I'm very tender and sensitive little boy. Wham, wham, wham. Oh my goodness. You're ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. High five, you little weirdo. I love it. Nice. All right. Well, you little spirit that have been in my charge, I free you to the elements, and I fare thou well. Thank you so much for being here. Ciao, darling.